We the people are the rightful masters of both the Congress and the courts, not to overthrow the Constitution, but to overthrow the men who prevent the Constitution. Abraham Lincoln.
Hello, welcome. This is Dean, and as you can see, the site here, if you've watched any of the previous videos, has changed a little bit. I've started working on the information system that's going to back end the Swamp Creature information system, and at this point, there was a lot of information that was out there on the selection that we had back in November. We've got some forensic and some audits that are starting to occur in different states, and the information is just in many different news articles that are out there. So I thought, okay, you know what, this would be a good opportunity to bring that together, and so we can all see how we're winning at this and how it progresses day by day. So I put together this little map here that shows all the states, and the states that are in the dark red are states that we actively have either legislators or court cases that are active. And the ones that are in the lighter red are states that there's rumors of something happening in those states, audits. And so I'll keep this map updated as it progresses, and we can show exactly how we're winning. And then, so along with this, I started looking at what's next. Once these audits and these investigations and this stuff starts to come out, what are we going to do with it? So the next step is we have to look at our constitutions and how our constitutions, whether it be federal or state constitution, allows us to deal with what we find. So I'm going to bring up the Georgia Constitution, and I found in there that there is a provision in there that allows us to void stuff that happened that goes against the state or the federal Constitution. So I'm going to bring up the Constitution here for the state of Georgia. So this is on the Secretary of State's website, the Constitution of Georgia, and here we find in paragraph 5 what acts void. Legislative acts in violation of this Constitution or the Constitution of the United States are void, and the judiciary shall so declare them. So there's some other provisions in here that allow us to deal with the judiciary on how to get them to follow through and to actually take these cases. So once we actually have something that we can say, hey, here's the evidence, here's the hard proof of exactly what happened, we want action. We want our legislators and our courts to fix this. At this point, we have definite things that have happened that violate the Constitution, with agreements that have happened that didn't go through the legislative process. That's here in Georgia. We also have legislative processes that didn't get followed in other states and other state constitutions. We'll have to deal with exactly how to deal with those. But so there is ways to deal with it. The constitutions do allow for we the people to control our government. And as you probably saw during the intro of this video, we control the government, and we have the power to call our elected officials to action. And so we'll get more into those as cases come along and as we have the evidence to take to them. So I just wanted to go through one of the news articles. This was a news article on Gateway Pundit today, and it shows how we actually had negative numbers these things right here that went from one column to the other column. So I'm going to take a look at here. So here's the video that shows the numbers actually changing from 1 minute to the next minute. And here they break that down and give you over time exactly how many that accounted for. So we know these things occurred. We just need answers as to how they occurred. How did this happen? And we the people have the power to get that. We can do affidavits, and if a sworn affidavit is produced, then the courts and the government have to respond. They can't push it to the side and say, "Oh, well, we're not going to look at that." Well, they have to. If they don't, then they're in violation of the Constitution. And there is actions that we can take beyond that, and that's where a platform like this is a YouTube video along with an information system on the back end. This website, I think, is going to be very important to collecting all the information that we need and creating the community around how we're going to solve and how we're going to push our legislators and how we're going to take back our government. So, looking at this for the map here for the states that we actually have action in currently, I looked at those to see how does that affect the Electoral College, and here we see Arizona, that's 11. We see Georgia, that's 16. We see Wisconsin, 10. We see Michigan here, 16. And we see Massachusetts. Is it Massachusetts that we have something? See, this is New Hampshire, see? It's good to have this little map so you can just go and see exactly what state it was. So New Hampshire. New Hampshire, we had an additional 4. So if we take those from this column right here and shift them over to this column, because we know that there was fur in the selection process. So if we get the fur out and we move those, well, then at that point, this needs to change. And this number here will change and will become over that number there. At this point, with the platforms the way that they are at this time, I have to be cautious of the words I'm using because they will get flagged and the channels will get taken down. So I think at this point, most of you are probably aware of some of the stuff that's happening on some other channels. So I just want to be careful of it here and want to build the community, get the video out. But the main area that we're going to be sharing information, the stuff that like the maps and things like that, is going to be through this website right down here. So make sure you go there, put that in a bookmark, and as I release videos, I'll refer to that website, and then you can go check it out for yourself on the website. And then as that website grows, I'll be putting a back end on that with the Swamp Creature information system. That's what's going to feed a lot of the data that's going to be on that website. And it's a community, so eventually I will have logins for that, and you'll be able to log into the portal and see be more of a political social media platform. So it's coming. Here's a first step on it, and getting the information that we need as far as the audits that are happening in front of everybody, and being able to look at it daily and say, hey, we are winning, and we are winning fairly quickly. I mean, compared to other legislative processes that will happen, this is all happening pretty quick. We've got Arizona starting in the next. They should be announcing, how they're going to start their audit there pretty soon. And in Georgia, we know that that's definitely starting to happen on the 25th of April. That in Georgia they're gonna be scanning all the ballets, and when they scan them all, then at that point they're gonna go through the Jovan Hutton Pulitzer's technology to get for kinematic artifacts. And then at that point, we're going to have, I think, a really good understanding of what happened in Georgia with those. And then I'll, as that information comes available, you'll be able to click on that state. Let's say the state of Georgia. You can click on it, and you can see, it'll pop over here as to what's actually happening. Current information. So until next time, please like, comment, subscribe to the video. The more people we can get to view this, and the more people that we can get to start engaging with the community on the website, the better I think we're going to be as far as when it comes time to take action. This website, this portal can have information on next steps. What do we do? What can you do? And I just think it'll be a really great platform for us to share and keep all this information in one spot. So until next time, I'm Dean for We the People Indivisible, and we'll see you next time.